Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Damionblackgear with round 1 of the Legacy Daily, and we're not mulliganing this because we're going to first turn this sucker. Hopefully. We may be getting Thoughtseized, or Inquisitioned. Deathrite Shaman I am more than willing to take right now. We got a bunch of stuff to pitch to Liliana, and yeah, I think we'll be just fine. We'll deal with that next turn. Let's just go get a basic swamp, play our diamond, and I'm actually going to play it off the canopy and pop this sucker down. We're hoping that he does not have something to deal with this, although he most likely will. Oh wait, I don't have to hit that extra key now. Cool. Tapped land, that's a good sign. If we lose, yep. What you making? Green, black, yep. Alright, so we're going to lose this sucker. As I assumed. Alright. Not a problem. Look what we got. Donkeys. Oh, that is not a donkey, by the way, if you did not know. Instead, let's go get this one, and bam, bam, bam. Just going to eat a creature of his. This way our Liliana is a 2-for-1 no matter what. He may have another Deathrite Shaman in hand, but if he does, then he does. And if he doesn't, then he doesn't. So we have Jund, the modern deck turned, or standard deck turned modern turned legacy, after it's been banned in each one. There's Bob. We have an answer for Bob. So he's screwed on lands, and we are not. We actually get to do some really fun stuff. Thankfully, this isn't a pulse. Just both discard. Normally, I'd like to get rid of his graveyard, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. So he's got a threat that he has to get rid of right here. Get that off of there. You can go down too. Which one you bolting? Okay. Gotta get an answer out there, my friend. There's the big devil. Keep 'em coming. Keep 'em coming. There's Bloodbraid Elf. So at this point, I'm going to beat up on his lands. Knight's too big to be killed normally. He still doesn't have double black. And I don't see a point in letting him actually keep lands. So, yeah. Can't really do much with that, but we'll make him think that we can. And we'll take this wasteland. And I'm going to get rid of that black source there. So now he's out of black sources. That means no bobs, no pulses, no anything like that. And about the only thing that he's got to really take full advantage of. Yep, that's fine. We'll get rid of probably the Taiga next turn. Yeah, this one can turn into a land. I think it's actually a good time to start swinging in. Well, no. We'll take out another green in just a moment. This is what's called drawing it all. So we'll make him discard his card in hand, which was another Liliana. I'm okay being this low because, oh man, I almost did the meme thing. There we go. I'm okay being this low on land because we've got Library and we've got Liliana, whereas he has nothing, and we now have a 9/9. I'm sorry, bigger than an 8/8. Yeah, that game's over. This matchup's a lot more even than that looked. I just happened to have the tools at the time to be able to deal with everything, and yeah. What is this gonna kill? Not much. You're gonna be worthless. You two are actually gonna be useful. You might be useful, even against those bolts and things. So, not as interested in this. Trying to think what else this will kill. Their creatures are Bloodbraid Elf, Termaglyph, Bob, and Deathrite Shaman. Just those 4. I don't think that that's going to really do much against that. Pulse Liliana, Glyph Mystics, Geist. That's kind of the reason the Geist are in there. Top is going to be useful Like, I don't want to get rid of anything outside of this. Do I? Just looking at this is like, well, I guess Pride Mage. Pride Mage isn't going to be as useful as that. And I could get rid of the Jit. What does it kill? It'll kill a Deathrite Shaman, it'll gain me life. Yeah, it doesn't really do much. It'll kill Bobs, but I should have answers for those. Alright. And I'm going to keep this. I can't him on turn 2, but I can Thoughtseize. I'm a land away from pulsing. Any mana producing land away from pulsing. I can deal with that. Although I think I'm going to let that one slide. Not going to let that one slide. Alright, so we need the scrub land. And let's just take care of that. So if he plays a Bob, we'll pulse the Bob. If he doesn't play a Bob, we'll probably him him. Him him. Or he could have discard. Or another shaman. Another shaman's not too big of a worry. Let's see. We're a little bit away from being able to play Sigarda. I think it's worth it to just him him. Let's see what we get. Decay and discard. Alright, so he's down to 2 cards in hand. We unfortunately do have a land down there. So he can start blood braiding at this point. And he's got double black. There's a Bob. We got an answer for that. Yep, you go ahead and do your thing, pal. I got an answer for that. And I'm going to get this down there. Oh, I can't. Oh, that was my bad. He gets a card off of that. And we're in a little bit of a pickle now. That was me not paying attention to colors. So he's going to get a card where he shouldn't have. We're still a white or a green away from Sigarda. But once that's down, we should be pretty much golden. He shouldn't have a way to deal with that. That sucks. Ugh. So he would have been able to kill our Bob anyway. But he wouldn't have had whatever is getting ready to come down. So we need to kill this now. We don't have an activity for your turn. I'm assuming this is Bloodbraid Elf. Nope, Animated Treetop. I can deal with Animated Treetop. Come in for 6. I can live with that. I can live with that. But we have to kill Bob next turn. We should have everything we need now. That'll do. Alright, so he's back to 1. Next turn we can play Sigarda, who should be able to keep his team at bay. We're turns out from Deathrite being an actual solution to us. He drew another land. He's hemming us. That's not good. Oh, that's really bad. Luckily, we can put Sigarda back on top of our deck, but we're not going to do that just yet. So he's going to get in for another 4. So by not playing that, he got the land and everything else in order to do that. We're going to be down in bolt range. That's not great. Maybe it will be. Let's find out. We'll just shuffle. Wish I had left that Jit in there. I could have got the Jit down. Yeah, one mistake in Legacy will get you. Although there are probably more mistakes that I've already done. So, yeah. Hopefully we can pull this out. I mean, if we get this down, let's see, he can get us for, if he just animates and then 2s us, that's 5. So we need removal for this right now. Otherwise, we just die. Which means we need a decay. We need the singleton decay. Yeah. It's got to be the decay. Unless he drew the bolt, then we're just doomed anyway. He had the bolt. Alright. No problem. So we did ourselves some damage. Wouldn't have been the decay anyway. We screwed ourselves over. We ended up taking 6 when we shouldn't have taken 6. And lost Sigarda when we shouldn't have lost Sigarda. Anything that we really want to bring in? Not... Well, I guess this isn't bad. This seems actually pretty decent. That over him? Yeah, I'll play first. And... not the greatest hand in the world, but I think I'm going to keep this. No, I'm not going to mulligan. Let's go get a Bayou. And let's go get an Arbor. I could save that, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to be too worth it. And this is something that'll be annoying to him, for lack of a better word. Let's see what we can get. Inquisition. Okay, so probably going to take... I don't know which one yet. Oh, the him. Looks like he likes his hand, so we're going to get in for 3 this turn. Let's do this. And this time we want the Savannah. And that'll give us that. We'll have 6 since it just brings us to attackers after that, and we're off. I'm expecting him to have a Bob at this point now. Would seem kind of silly if he didn't. This still sucks up 2 different things. He could have a Goyf, which is something that I didn't think about, which would be too big for me to deal with. Yeah, he's got a Bob. So, let's... Nope, not an answer. Let's get in for 3. And we'll drop the maze. If he opts to Liliana at this point, it's going to be a little bit annoying on his part. We really want an answer to this. I understand that we have 3 damage coming in every turn, but... Scavenging Ooze. Ugh. Alright. So there's Scavenging Ooze. We're not down and out yet. It is a little bit of an annoyance, though. This is not guaranteed life gain at this point. It will be a little bit later. Stop drawing lands. So what we're going to do is that. That'll make it a little bit more difficult for him. And we're just going to get in for 2. So we're at a point now where we're at kind of a bad situation. He's going to be able to cycle and gain life and whatnot, and I'm going to have to do this the hard way. I still can't play Liliana for value, really. Inquisition, yeah, take a timely. You can see that I've drawn 2 lands. Not getting a creature that way. I'm going to leave that be. I'll take this damage. There's a Thalia. Just pop that down there like that, and coming in for 2. Eventually you'll have to make that trade. Not exactly what I was hoping for. Okay. Yep. What you got? Not what I wanted to have happen, but so be it. We're gonna go get Scrubland, and let's put this back on top of our library. I'm okay drawing this next turn. I've got another land in hand and whatnot. Alright, so that sucker's not going away. You're not growing him. Oop. Alright, that was an interesting thing to have pop up. Pause the video if you want to read what that said. Dang it, stop that! No more! Quippy, you're supposed to be my good guy! We have no direct damage. And we're in a situation where we're getting drowned by a Bob. We know he has a library, so yeah. Alright. 4 damage is a bit more than I typically would like to take. But it lets me get in for 1. Okay. I can bite this bullet. Actually, I get to get in for more than 1. What do you got? Not a Bloodbraid, please. The library. Okay, so he's got the library. I'm going to start off with this one. You know, I just realized I could have played Thalia last turn. God, I'm an idiot. I could have just done Thalia this way and dropped that way, but no. So, let's go get this. So I'm missing damage all over the place, doing silly things. Should have been hitting for 5 here. Instead, we're only hitting for 2. Alright. Come on, Bob. Flip Liliana. Deathrite Shaman. Not what I wanted you to flip. Alright, then deck. Give me something useful. $11 lands. Alright, so we've gotten 11 lands out of the deck. That leaves 12 lands still in the deck. Cool. Little over 1/4 of a shot in order to get a land. I don't want one. I want removal. Mainly for that. Like, he's still got a 7-card hand, and this is why. I wouldn't mind if he accidentally misclicked. I shouldn't be wishing woe on my opponent. But without removal, he can't swing in. Let's see, a bolt will eat that and then grow it and make it able to kill, but that'll be the rest of his mana. Alright, what you got? What you got? Bob would make it. My own library. I don't know if I can do this. Let me see, if I swing these two, that grows bigger. One, two, three. 1, 2 for the library. I think I have to. No, well, yeah, I have to. He's had way too many cards. He's looking at the top 3, setting that up. Yeah. At this point, I think I'm kind of in that position where it's all or nothing. Bob and Deathrite Shaman. I know you're planning on it. No Bob. Bob over there. Okay. I'd actually meant to maze that, but I didn't realize that I had these stops done. Okay. Whoop. I guess there's no point in trying that little trick. I could eat up his mana, but it wouldn't do enough. Let's see. Outs that we have at this point. Sigarda's an out. Removal would be an out. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get removal before he does. I mean, he's had this and the Bob, which we should have been able to deal with already, but unfortunately we're not. And it wasn't a situation that EE for 2 would have done. Pithing Needle would have shut down both of these, but I don't think that Needle's a good enough card to bring in this match. But maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe the Needles are great for this. Turning this into Squire and this into Grizzly Bear. There we go. Not the worst. Yep. So he's keeping card advantage on us. If we find Sigarda, we're pretty solid. If we find greens on Zenith, we need to run this out to death. Yep. Surprised you didn't make a 4/4, my friend. So he's planning on pinging us down. Okay. Swords to Plowshares. That's pretty good. Let's just get that out of there.
Hello, computer people.
Ah, Carolyn says hi. Alright. And bang. This time I do want to actually maze her. And the reason I want to maze her is because he can't burn her right now. In order for him to burn her on his turn, he's going to need another mana in order to even cast the Bloodbraid Elf. So, yeah. What we need now is another removal piece for that. But I'm pretty sure he's got removal for her. If not now, then now. So we'd had to force his hand 2 turns ago when they would have both been blocked. So that would have been the swords for the remaining one. He would have had to have played whatever's in his hand, which I'm sure is just loaded with gas. It can't be anything but gas. Pyromancer. That's gas. With all that, that's gas. With any luck for us, though, we will draw Bojuka Bog. That's not good. Well, that's not terrible either. I wasn't expecting that, though. Thoughtseize, a spell I do not want to play. Any creature, there's a Bob down there, so you're not able to swing through. He can start burning us out for 2. He doesn't have to worry about anything, really. He just eats the Bob, and then 2s us on his turn, takes 2 more, probably land, and 2s us again. That's down to 2 life, so we have 1 more turn. Can we do this? I don't think we actually can. I think that screw up in the other game cost us a little bit more than we initially thought it would. Oh yeah, I forgot about mine. There goes Bob. Every time I see Bob, all I can think of is Fight Club. Yep. If I'm getting to that point, that's going to go off. So we're starting off this pretty poorly off of my own mistake. Not really a good way to start off. But that is why they're recorded, for other people to see those mistakes and hopefully help point them out. Let's see. Maybe I didn't need all of these. Maybe going down to 3 with the 2 other discard would have been the better choice. Or even treating it like the standard like mirror and bringing in the surgicals, because once the creature's in the yard, there's so few different creatures. So, nope. That doesn't do it. Alright, so we lose that one. Yeah, we had a little bit to go. Oh well. Until next time, everybody. I'm gonna go read whatever Lejay sent me. Let's all read it together. If you play against Synthesis, he's playing an all-spells deck that mills itself and killed me turn 1, game 1, and turn 1, game 2, with Pact and Negation backup. This deck sounds awesome and terrible for me to play against. So, if you're watching this and you know Synthesis, he's got an awesome deck. But Lejay apparently is not happy with that and let everybody know. So, yeah. I will see you all later. Hope you all had fun, and we'll be back again for round 2.